What's up, everyone? My name is Max, and today we're going to be checking out Sam and Colby for the very first time. It is a video called Surviving a Week at the Real Conjuring House. I got a message saying, hey, this video is crazy, essentially. These people are seeing spirits. It seems genuine, but I'd like to know what your take on it is. Now, generally, people come to my channel because I react to and I analyze all different types of people's communication skills. So that's more of my area of expertise. Although I do read people quite a bit and I talk about why people seem genuine and likable. And so this sort of crosses over into what I do. So let's get right into it and I'll let you know what I think. Is it genuine? Is it not? I don't know. Let's check out the reaction.
Can you reintroduce yourself?
All right, well, I'm Satori Hawes.
I'm Cody Despian.
We're caretakers here at the Conjuring House, and we also communicate with the other side, I guess you could say.
We found out that eventually, over time, that when we hold hands or hold wrists, it's almost like flipping on a light switch and kind of draws them in a little closer. So we're not mediums or anything, we can't sense anything. Whatever happens, everyone is here to witness. We can't control it, and we only do this for people who cross our paths naturally and don't do it for money or anything like that, so it just is what it is.
We can't guarantee who comes through, so that's just your warning. It could be literally anyone that wants to communicate. So if you guys get uncomfortable at any point, just let us know.
Okay, so they're trying to determine whether the spirits are there or not, whether they're present or not. You guys believe in spirits? Let me know in the comments if you do. I think I do. I don't know if I've ever encountered one. I feel like maybe, but I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people who tell stories about encountering spirits and ghosts, and I guess the question then becomes, is that just something that they've sort of like made up in their mind? It's hard to say, right? It seems to be, from my experiences, first of all, as I get older, I don't count anything out. The more I age and the more experience I have, like the less I start doubting the possibility of all these different things. So I'm sure it's real. I don't know enough about it, but I believe that people definitely experience encounters with spirits and ghosts. That's my final answer. That's my statement. And I think maybe that's how we have to look at it. Like, I believe that people do genuinely experience these things. Now, I guess a separate question is, do the spirits actually exist? I believe they do too.
Is it best with lights on and lights off?
You can leave lights on. You might want to evaluate the setting.
You'll hear them walk into the room from different angles.
Okay.
Usually
Okay.
You're going to hear everything.
Great. We've already
That's
been hearing
freaky
things
as
in this
shit.
Can you come in here, please?
I mean, that's freaky. Right, and I think people's skepticism probably goes up immediately, and they're thinking of all the different scenarios where you can hear footsteps. Are there footsteps coming from above that, like, this team may have brought in, or Sam or Colby may have brought in? Are they adding that to the video in some way? Like, not that I believe that. I think this is probably an actual spirit that they're conjuring, but I think most people are immediately skeptical of this stuff. I think we're just in general skeptical of things that we can't see, with our own eyes. And it's hard to sometimes look beyond our own kind of physical world, and it's hard to kind of fathom that there could be something outside of our immediate quote-unquote reality. So Sam and Colby seem genuinely surprised and genuinely shocked. I don't know them. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know if they put on performances. I don't know if they're, they act in a lot of their videos. So I don't know what their deal is.
I'm going to go through the alphabet. When I get to the first letter of your name, you're going to knock. I'll restart. When I get to the second letter, you're going to knock, and I'll keep restarting until I spell out things, okay? All right. So I'm going to get your first name. A, B, Abigail Arnold. Perfect. It's great to talk to you this evening.
It is kind of freaky, right? I think it's scary because you can't see where the noises are coming from. And there's just something inherently frightening about that because you don't have control over what may happen. It's like, wow, this is out of my control. I can't physically do anything or see anything or stop anything. Naturally, as humans, when we feel like something's not in our control, we become frightened, we become scared. I can't see it. It can harm me potentially. You think about, just from my experience and what I talk about on my channel a lot, is communication. And a lot of the trust that we get from other people is through their body language and the tone of their voice. So when you take that out of the equation, it's hard to trust people. That's how we figure out if we trust someone. So yeah, I think just inherently it's frightening.
Can you tell us his name?
A, B, C.
I love how
Perfect.
these two are just like holding each other, like that's part of the process. Imagine he just like has a crush on her, like it's not even necessary. He's like convinced her that's part of the whole thing. Yeah, no, we need to lock arms for the spirits to
Bro. Wait, okay.
You want to stop for a second?
I just want to, like, talk. How? Is it always, well, like, the stomping?
A, B, C, D, E. Here. There are people here. Not living people. Okay.
I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm getting goosebumps hearing that. If the question is, are these guys being genuine? It's hard to tell. Like, my instinct is saying definitely. Colby having his hand on his chest, that's a sign. Not always, but I just feel like that's a sign when you're covering your heart. That's generally a sign of someone being shocked. Like, you know, what do people do when they're shocked? They put their hand over their chest or their mouth. So I think he seems genuinely shocked, just judging by the way he's acting. And then Sam, him asking that question, being like, do you normally hear this? Is this like, that feels very real. Like those questions don't feel staged. I feel like I'd be asking the same sort of immediate questions to try to figure out, like, is this normal? That's how I'm assessing the authenticity of this whole experience, is they're trying to figure out if it's normal. The fact that they're genuinely trying to figure out if this has happened before tells me that you know, they're completely shocked.
There might be 5 spirits that are here that have come here to maybe talk to you or something.
Can somebody come forward first? Whoever would like to come forward first.
We just need your full name so we can figure out who you are.
So somebody come forward.
Or if Abigail...
Yeah, like you can tell Colby's completely shocked, right? Now he's sort of like covering up, like he's uneasy almost. Like generally when people are uneasy, they start closing up and covering themselves and covering their mouths, and it's just a sort of like an instinctual way to protect yourself. So you can tell Colby seems genuinely shocked. The whole operation seems real, just like the woman sitting next to Colby with like the big fucking flash on her phone filming in this very kind of non-professional way. So the whole thing kind of has like a Blair Witch Project feel. Have you guys seen that movie? And then Sam and Colby just seem like normal dudes. Colby looks like he could, you know, be the lead singer in like a punk rock band. They just seem like normal dudes, man.
M-N-O-G-O A-B-C-D-E-F-G-H-I-J-K-L. Does this make sense for you? Do you need a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we take a quick break real quick? Can they stay around? Okay, we'll take a quick break.
Now, is this uncharacteristic for Sam? Have you guys seen him break down on camera before? That's genuinely chilling. If someone said the name of like my grandmother, for instance, I would probably have the exact same reaction. Like, can you imagine someone who's deceased? You have the opportunity, or you sort of have the awareness that their spirit is there, that they can see you, that they're there with you. Like, what an outer body kind of life-changing moment that would be. It changes your perspective on life almost in a way within a second. So yeah, his reaction isn't crazy. His reaction isn't surprising given the circumstances here. I can't even fathom that.
Oh my fuck.
What? Who is it?
Livy Golok.
Your grandma?
It's my grandma.
No way.
The one that said onward and upward that started fucking
Everything.
everything.
Do you want me to get you tissues or something?
Sure.
Do you have tissues?
Fuck, dude.
Man, I'm getting chills. I feel his shock and amazement here. Again, it's like this outer body experience. I can feel it. Wow. That's just life changing. Clearly his grandmother was super important to him and had a big impact on him, knowing that she's still there with you, she can still see you, she's there in spirit. That's so magical. That's incredible. So I'm happy for Sam. That's so cool. And that kind of just makes me think about my grandmother and just having more faith that she's here with me. And, I'll take this moment to say, Booby, that's what I call her, Booby. I used to call her, Booby, I love you. If you're watching this, I love you. I think about you all the time. Don't hate me for doing that. I know you don't, but I felt the need to. Wow!
That's not her real name. That's her nickname. No one in my family, no one besides my family would ever tell anybody like that. What the fuck?
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say.
My God.
I hate to tell you, but we only have access to toilet paper.
Oh, man.
Is that okay?
So he's aware, right? So Sam's aware of the fact that there's a chance that this could have been a setup, but the fact that they knew his grandmother's real name, or the name that not a lot of people knew, this couldn't have been something that someone set up or someone orchestrated. But then that makes me think maybe someone really close to him, like his mom or his dad, were like, all right, if we need to make really good content and really need to freak Sam out, then we're gonna have to bring in the big guns over here and really kind of mess with him. Do I think that's a possibility? Yes. Do I think it's a big possibility? No, I think that's probably still very, very, very small. But the fact that he did bring that up,
No one besides my family would ever tell anybody like that. What?
the fact that someone in his family could have said something makes me actually think that there is a small possibility that maybe a sibling who's a little less sensitive to the impact that this could have on him might do. But I doubt it. I still highly, highly doubt it. I'm just presenting all the possible options here.
She's still with us, dude, watching all
Yeah.
of us.
She's still
Fucking
there.
beautiful.
She's
But
still there.
it's I couldn't do anything except immediately break down. I just didn't know what to think.
Wow.
It's fucking insane.
Understandably. I don't even know what to say right now, to be honest. I mean, full honesty, I was looking at their feet like, who's tapping? The
I was
entire
too.
time. I was like, who
thought
is
there was
tapping?
another person in the fucking house, or someone downstairs tapping, or their feet. But
Yeah, so all the same kind of questions that probably a lot of you guys are having. Like, is someone downstairs tapping? What's going on, right? So I think there's a lot of those questions. And it would be impossible for them to have some sort of audio setup. And yeah, there just seemed to be there'd be too many moving parts to manipulate that. I like these guys. I was gonna say I just like the way they're just completely open with us on camera here. So I can see why they have a big following. They just seem like genuine dudes, and that's what people gravitate toward, is just the realness and the authenticity. And that's essentially what I think a lot of us like watching when we go online, when we go on YouTube or Netflix. That's why reality TV, as corny as some of it is, that's why it's really popular. We connect with people who we feel like we can relate to and who are being real. And there's something very human about that. That's what we're seeing here. I wonder what the other videos are like. I have no idea about anything to do with these guys at all. So
They're here. So watch this real quick. So it's only when we do this. I don't know why.
okay, so it is a part of it, the locking of the wrist. It's not just that they have a crush on each other. Okay.
Can you walk
Yeah, now it's over here.
Now they're over
Now it's
here.
over here.
yeah, it is moving.
Dude, I can't even follow it.
It's moving.
Can you stomp right here for me?
Can you come over here?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know how you would manipulate that. Like, if someone's downstairs, and how would they see that they're pointing to that specific spot? Like, they'd have to have a camera, dual camera. There's just too much.
Zach in the room? Would you like to skip or would you like to hear?
I think we gotta go for it.
There's no way that anybody in this room would have known anything about any of these people.
Up until this very moment, you've always been a skeptic. Does this help at all?
I don't even know what to believe at this point.
I'm just sitting here with my mouth open, guys, like watching in complete fascination. And so Zach was a skeptic. Interesting. I guess they probably named some of his family members, but then again, I guess someone that knows Zach could have like told them beforehand. But again, I don't think that's possible. So yeah, like their reactions to me are clearly genuine. I definitely believe. I guess it's like the question is like, why don't more people talk about it? Maybe that's where some of like the additional skepticism comes. We're having these interactions with spirits. Like, why aren't people talking about this more? Maybe because it's too frightening for people. You know, maybe because there's no explanation in our kind of like limited scientific vocabulary for it. It doesn't have the same kind of like perceived legitimacy or validity as some other things that you can more palpably prove. And then, the people that get into it, like these mediums over here, if you don't have a high academic achievement that's recognized by a university, people might not necessarily trust this type of spiritual science or however you want to call it in the same way. So there's just, a lot of skepticism because of that, and because what our society places value on in terms of credentials and validity.
CQRSTUVWXYLAY
Oh my God.
LAYN.
I wonder if these people have dreams about the alphabet. Like no one said the alphabet more than these people.
Word I. You're okay? Okay, so tell Lane that Frank and Elizabeth are okay. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
I think Elizabeth and Frank are my great-grandparents and my dad's grandparents, because when I was doing some Ancestry.com, and I think I know Frank Brock, but I never met him.
Yeah, there's no way Colby's faking this, man. I don't know him, but there's no way he's faking it. I mean, just the fact that right away, like his immediate reaction was like, I think those are my great-grandparents. Like he wasn't playing and pretending like, oh yeah, no, those are definitely, you can tell by the uncertainty of who those people were, or like I should say the quasi-certainty that it was real. That it was real. He's trying to figure it out. That's what it is. You can see that he's trying to like figure it out on the spot. He's trying to unravel it all. Very genuine reaction here.
Is their son? That's what he said.
Oh, he's trying to tell me that. So I gotta...
He's trying to clarify for you.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Oh, my bad. My bad. We never met before, but...
Are you watching? Is everybody here just watching over? Good.
Are you always with them?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So it's like a...
What do you feel, man?
I'm just gonna have some when I see everybody at Christmas this year. You guys have no idea what I found out.
This makes me want to have kids, actually. So I know I have someone to watch over, and the legacy continues as the generations pass, and I can still be there watching over my family. Had anyone else had that thought? Like, this kind of makes you feel better about life in a way. It doesn't necessarily just end, if you believe this. It makes you feel like it doesn't necessarily just end in this lifetime, in this sort of physical universe that we're experiencing right now. Helps prove the point that there is an afterlife potentially. Again, it's hard to believe and it's hard to conceive, but it's kind of hard to refute this kind of stuff. You'd have to experience this kind of thing for yourself in order to really fully 1,000% believe it, because I'm sure even these guys were somewhat skeptical beforehand. How can you not be? This is pretty crazy.
That's my grandma.
Okay, is with her. Okay.
Okay.
That's my grandma daily. Is she dancing around?
I love it. I'm loving the energy in this group.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
Are you happy?
What is happening?
Good. That makes me happy. Anything else?
Insane.
That's so cool. And just the fact that the spirits can be happy and experience their own emotions, that's very, I don't know, hopeful or encouraging in a way. It's comforting. It's comforting to know that, right? That potentially after this life you can still experience those joys. I mean, if there are spirits watching and they're able to connect with us, I mean, I can only imagine how much joy that would bring them, because what would be the percentage of people really connecting with their past family members? Like 0.001%. It's not many. So if you're a spirit and you have that potential to do that, if you have the opportunity to do that, that must be incredible for that spirit too, right? If we're believing in all this. Yeah, Sam's still freaked out over here, and you can tell Colby's like moved too. He's freaked out, but maybe it didn't have the same direct impact because, you know, the relationship's more about his parents as opposed to him, but still you can tell he's pretty shocked. I mean, this is crazy.
If you want us to go to a different floor or anything, just let us know. We can.
See, that would be cool to see.
What do you want? What do you want?
Well, for the people watching at home, I think anything that we could do to like show them that this is real. Obviously, they'll see like our emotions, but yeah, if we can change locations, like show them your shoes, stuff like that. I just want to prove this to everybody. Like,
I'd imagine that Colby's ancestors and Sam's ancestors don't have any relationship together, so the fact that all these spirits can come to this specific place, like they're saying this is the real Conjuring house, so this is where all the spirits flock, this is where they come, this is sort of like their earth in a way. Like, could they do this in other locations? Maybe that's what they're showing us now. Let's see.
I'm feeling it still underneath my feet as you're talking.
If there's somebody... Okay, thank you. So what we're going to do you want us to go up and you stay here? Or do you want to go down? It's up to you.
can we follow you upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and the two people here, the couple here, they seem completely cool and chill about it. Like, whatever you guys want, you can go in between us, come upstairs with us, come upstairs, go downstairs by yourself. So it doesn't seem like they're trying to hide anything in any way. They're completely open here, so.
Can you come upstairs? Can you come into the room?
There it is.
How could you make that up, man? How could you make that up?
Get the camera as close as possible.
I'm convinced. How could you make that up? Come on. I mean, unless they put the sound and the audio in after. But again, why would these guys do that? Like, to me, that makes no sense as to why these guys would risk their entire reputation. Unless they come out with a video later being like, we duped you. But I think that would really just, like, disappoint a lot of people. You know, I don't think they're that dumb. You know, they seem like real, genuine guys. They've built up this following of people who really like and trust them. So I highly doubt that they'd be taking us on for a ride. Also, like, their reactions were as genuine as they get. No, they're not fucking with us. I mean, if they were, that's insane to me. Yeah, to me, just logically, it just doesn't make sense from a career standpoint, from just a human being standpoint. Ethically, I can't see them doing that.
That's enough proof in the pudding. We switched spots. We saw their shoes. It's still hitting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Insane.
Crazy. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it there. I actually have an appointment. I have a therapy appointment, guys, that I'm going to. If you guys are interested in me checking out some more Sam and Colby, please do let me know. I'd be interested in seeing more of this type of stuff, or, you know, just some different Sam and Colby content in general. So if you guys are interested in that, and maybe like a breakdown of their communication skills, I can certainly do that. And if you want to watch my uncut reaction and analysis to this, I include all my uncut reactions on my Patreon page. I've included the link in my description below, so you can check that out there. Other than that, my name is Max. I appreciate you being here. I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.